What is sleep?
Pressing gone, flex it, hold it still and let my mind digest. You got the leverage, you got the upper hand.
I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Alright, so, hey YouTube. So, I've been on the internet for a long time. Very long periodically time. Let me know if y'all have noticed the same thing about the internet. There's this whole land of productivity culture where it's like 4 a.m. morning routine. How I get up at 5 a.m. And here's the thing. That all makes sense if you're a corporate girly, you gotta be at work at 8 or 9. And I can see how that's very inspiring. But there's a... Wow, did that just crack? There's a small subsection of the internet that has not had a regulated sleep schedule. I am part of that subsection of the internet. So if you are like me, or if you're just curious to see what this could look like, stay tuned. I have had issues with sleep regulation as someone with ADHD since I've been alive. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. And we are going to go through my ADHD insomnia night routine. Now, if you really like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe. And also, I could keep making them because these routines look different every single time I have insomnia. And I just knew it was gonna be a long night. So, step one. I knew because there are things I have to do, like take my hair out. I have a red carpet tomorrow. There's a lot going on. A lot of my insomnia also involves running from my problems. But anyway, I cooked lunch, I cooked breakfast, I did all that, but I knew this was not the night where I would have the bandwidth to cook dinner. First order of business is I'm gonna go eat dinner. I'll give y'all a little dinner haul. I know, get to the point, but like, you know, some people might want a dinner haul. If you don't, I'm gonna put chapter markers in here. But if you're really here for the chaos, then one moment. As y'all know, I moved to the West Coast, so one thing I enjoy out here is tender greens. So I've got a green juice. Drink like half of this tonight. It's like celery, apple, that kind of thing. Drink about half this tonight, and I like to save some for the morning time to have it already pre-made. Then, all my Jamaicans, you know what this is. This is the closest thing I've been able to find outside of a Jamaican restaurant that is very close to sorrel. Basically a hibiscus tea. If I want to make it a little bit more sorrel-esque, I will add some ginger, a little allspice, something like that. This is how much energy I'd be having at night. Most people are winding down. This is it. Some people have also said online like, oh, Brie, I mess with the fact that you're constantly in a manic state. Like, you can't just throw around the word manic, y'all. This is what ADHD can actually look like. As a kid, I just remembered having a surplus of energy all the time. Now, people might say that sounds like a good thing. It's only good when you want to have a lot of energy. When you're staring at the ceiling for 5 hours, that's when it's not the greatest. Anyway, I've got a steak salad. Let me see, hopefully you guys can see this in the camera. We've got a steak salad with some bread, with some olive oil, and a lemon vinaigrette. It's one of the things I like about tender greens. Let me show you a little bit better, but like the steak really be hit. It's a balanced dinner. That is all. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat dinner and we'll come back for the next chaotic thing in this video. It is like a slot machine. No, what Forrest Gump say? Life's like a box of chocolates. My YouTube channel is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Stay tuned. Love y'all. I'm about to go in there and clean the kitchen. But first, I'm going to actually put on an audiobook because I noticed I can be quite easily influenced. I'm just being real with myself, y'all. If I listen to like really sad music, I love me some sad music, don't get me wrong. But I feel a little, just a tinge melancholy. So I was like, let me listen to something uplifting. And on nights where I have insomnia, this is really helpful because if I have insomnia and I have a lot to do, it puts me into a good headspace, which makes it more likely that I'll do what I need to do. So if you have insomnia and you have analysis paralysis where you're feeling like, I don't know if I can really sit down and do the work I need to do, I encourage you to listen to something positive. If you're laying in bed, I know it's hard. Turn off the garbage. Give it like 10 minutes. 10 minutes of your time. If it don't work out, you can go back to watching Baddies East. You know what I'm saying? But so I'm gonna go into Audible. Audible, if you're watching this, yo. I've been using y'all for years. Send me a code. Yeah, just casually. You don't have to, but I might cry. I love Audible. The Courage to Be Happy. I'm on chapter 29. It is, I believe, the follow-up book to The Courage to Be Disliked. 10 out of 10, recommend. It is a dense read, like it's very wordy. So I would say I prefer the audiobook for this one than I know if I tried to sit down and read these. It would be a little much, like I'd have to go somewhere very, like a cafe or something to do it, but being that I'm at home, this is the one. Alright, the dishwasher's running, kitchen's clean, feeling good. I'm gonna throw a load in the laundry. What I'm about to do right now, which I already kind of started it, is I like to do a brain dump. And I'm gonna do a video talking more about this, but essentially when the night's getting overwhelming, I take 5 minutes, 10 minutes even if it's a lot, and it's literally what it sounds like. I take a literal dump of my mind on the page. Usually it kind of comes in the form of bullet points. Sometimes it can be free writing if I'm actually journaling, but this is not journaling. This is for me just like if I feel overwhelmed with a bunch of tasks, it helps to just have them on paper. So that way they're out of here, they're here, and I can now like actually visually organize everything. So I'm gonna take 5 minutes to do a brain dump, and then alright y'all, so I've done my brain dump, and it's concepts for not only this video but the weekly vlog and a bunch of just other small things that I want to do. Now it is 11:26. As we all know, when we get stuff done, it don't be taking as long as we think. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna throw a load in the laundry, non-engaged tasks while I'm doing other things that are really time sensitive, right? So I like the dishwasher to be running. I like a load in the laundry, just things where it's like I don't have to really keep my eye on it too much for it to get done. And yeah, so now that most of those things are pretty much out the way, I'm gonna actually check them off my brain dump list. Let's see. The urgent task at hand. Like I said, a lot of the times when I have insomnia or anything like that, which is most days, I am running from something that is actually the most important thing I need to do. And tonight, that is actually taking out my hair. You're gonna be like, Bree, you're starting this at 11? Yes. Is it a horrible idea? Yes. Do I have a packed day tomorrow? Yes. Yes, we do. So I'm gonna dedicate an hour to 2 hours to this, and hopefully I can start my unwinding routine by the time this is done. I'm almost finished with my book. I'm gonna start in the front as opposed to the back, because usually I would start a style like this in the back, but let's say if I wanna get up early and finish the last of it, I could just throw like a hat on or something like that and the front is out. The goal is to finish all this tonight. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. I know, I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, whew. Let me make sure my hair appointment tomorrow is actually confirmed. All right, I'm not tripping. My hair appointment is tomorrow, and it's at 9 a.m., so we have to get started, y'all.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Yeah. Love me in spite of my trauma.
Alright friends, we are at the 1/3 mark. We only have a third of our hair left and it's 1:18. Okay, so I started this around like 11:50 damn near. I think it was almost midnight. So the fact that this style I've been able to take out in just over about an hour and a half, 2 hours, I think I'll be done at like 1:30. I'll probably be done, is a miracle in and of itself. I'm so proud of myself. I'm gonna set a gajillion alarms, but look at my energy, right? This is around the time that I should be getting tired. And don't get me wrong, what gets confusing to a lot of people when I'm up and at 'em like this is I am tired, but sometimes people with ADHD, our brains don't always get those sleep cues. If I can find science behind this, I'll put it on the screen. So my body will feel tired. Like I'll know when especially when I sit idle, I'll start to really feel it. And there will be little signs that I'm tired. Like my speech might start slurring a bit, or I might get a little brain fog or a harder time putting my thoughts together. Overall, I would say that it doesn't really, mentally, I don't feel fully tired. And this is how some of my best work has been done in all-nighter sessions where I'm up to like 7 in the morning. I'm trying to be a little, let me slow it down. I'm trying to be a little gentler with my hair because it just came out of a protective style, so it's in a very delicate state. I don't want to encourage any additional breakage. I know there's gonna be shed hair, all that. Don't want to encourage that. Also, I will say that's one thing I do really love about passion twists and why I've done them so much in the past, or just twists in general. They take forever. Like they take way longer than faux locks to install. And as you saw with these passion twists, the base, the root of them is locked. But what I appreciate is that taking them out, the hair just kind of slides out and I take them out immediately. I got a lot of questions in my comments about the hair that was used. I didn't do these myself, I really wish, but I've been giving myself a little bit more grace during the winter time because if you're like me, we'd be fighting the seasonal saddies. I'd be trying to make sure that I'm staying on my routines. And another big part of fighting seasonal is making sure that I'm presentable, because I feel like that's when it starts going downhill for a lot of people, is falling off your routines, taking longer naps, all that stuff. I realized, okay, in the winter time, it's a little bit harder to maintain my hair, so I felt like investing in getting my hair done, getting it done professionally, is an act of self-care during the winter time for me. I think my thought process can spiral if I don't do that. I make not only beauty content, lifestyle content, but I also make hair content a lot on my page. So think about this, right? You might need your hair done to be presentable. Then you might be getting the seasonal saddies, so you're postponing filming doing your hair because you might be too down to be on camera, right? So then it's a revolving door of I'm not in the mood to be on camera today, so I'm not gonna do my hair today because I was gonna do my hair on camera, therefore my hair's not done, therefore I'm sad and not in the mood to be on camera, therefore I don't do, like, so it's a revolving cycle where I'm just not doing my hair. I noticed this coming right out of the Halloween season and stuff because I usually put my hair in mini twists and stuff for Halloween so that I can you know, transition into all these different characters and wigs and stuff. And I noticed it's usually around November when my mind is like, all right, time to take the protective style out. It's time to take the protective, and then it just stays in, child. Instead, to hold myself accountable, I have been scheduling hair appointments the same way I've been doing nail appointments, where I just schedule it a few weeks out. Plus, with braiders and stuff, y'all, like, you just can't impulsively get your hair done no more. You go on a braider's website and you're like, I need this protective style now. It's an emergency for a trip or something. And they booked out 2 months. And I'm just like, bro, this is ridiculous. Uh-oh. We've got our first knot. Okay, oh, never mind. I was able to get it out, but yeah, detangling this is going to be definitely a process tomorrow. I hope she is prepared because I have that, yeah, but having things scheduled that force you to do your routine. That's my advice for anyone that might be struggling with maybe a seasonal depression or something. You know, sometimes you don't have it in you, and that's okay too, you know what I mean? To admit that, it's like, dang, sometimes it's not in me to do these things on my own, and that's the first step to anything is honesty. I really do feel like I tweeted this recently that the truth is the most secure foundation to build upon. But the first step is admitting I'm not gonna usually have the motivation around this time of year. It's busy, it's hectic, there's a lot going on. So let me actually put things in motion that will require me to do these things. Sometimes that doesn't work for everybody, but hey, it's an idea. It might not feel good in the moment when all the pressure's on you, but adrenaline and ADHD are like this. For someone with ADHD, knowing, oh, I have this thing, this appointment tomorrow, or I have to have this undone, that's what really helps. All right, so I'm gonna come back when all of this is done, y'all. Thank you for listening to me talk. I love y'all so much. All right, let's take this on down. I'm scared. Uh-oh. There we go. We have got our work cut out. Oh my gosh, getting my scalp scratched tomorrow is gonna be so lovely. This is my hair all out. Why does this look like something you would see in the early 2000s when they had curly perm? I feel great now that my scalp is free. I'm not gonna lie, I would be down to put this hairstyle right back in because I have thoroughly enjoyed it. Well, this is kind of cute. I feel like everybody goes through this when we take out our braids or our twists, where there's that moment where you just doubt everything. It's like, if this wasn't oily and desperately in need of a wash, I would keep it in. It's 2:11. About to go dispose of this hair. It was fun while it lasted. But if you struggle with insomnia, where there's a will, there's a way. It is possible to still enjoy your time and be productive despite your insomnia. that my skincare is done, another thing I like to do whenever I'm having insomnia, whenever I'm having a pretty late night, I know myself very well, and in this case this might not be the case because I know I'll be up early, but as we all know, when we go to sleep late, you might be a little groggy the next day. So I like to hop on my computer and I like to send out my emails. Now, I'm not sending the emails at exactly time that I'm showing y'all this. I actually schedule my emails out to go out early. It gives me a little bit of a grace period to wake up when I am able to, because I feel like society is so deeply built around morning people that it makes you feel like you're behind if you're at night. But you know, they say the early bird gets the worm, and I'm like, well, who's earlier than a person that is literally like, you might be waking up at 4 and doing your fitness routine and all that, but like, I'm going to sleep at 4. And all my emails are already hitting inboxes at 6. You know what I'm saying? So one of the biggest things I suggest if you have ADHD or if you're a night owl is automate things that will start your day if possible. So that way you're kind of like padding yourself. Now this of course works better if you work from home, because if you're in an office, like, you have to be there at a certain time. But even then, let's say you gotta be at the office at a certain time, right? But let's say sending out certain emails is still a part of your job. Who's to say you can't schedule those emails out anyway? And that way when you're at your desk and you're defrosting, as I like to say, you're still waking up, you're still on top of your ish, you know what I mean? So by the time that you're actually mentally and physically awake, your stuff's still done. So if there's one takeaway from this video, automate. I've been saying this a lot too. A lot of times we like to do things for society as the way we want it to be, not the way it is. I'm aware the society is built around morning people, and I was like, we're gonna have to find some loopholes around this, and scheduling emails, one of those loopholes. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Alright, so now that emails are done, I'm gonna go ahead, and by this point I do feel my body like dragging a little. I'm definitely getting tired. It is 2:51. So the goal is to actually be in bed by like 3:15 the latest. That is the amount of functional sleep that I can get before it starts getting like, alright sis, you gotta pull it together. There it is. This is when I start having to push myself, essentially. I would take a power break. Power break is also acknowledging that I can't take a break for too long because I have ADHD, and when the break becomes an entity of itself, it's harder to get out of it. So power break for me is I set like a 3-4 minute timer max, and I just do something unbothered, like drink this water, and then I'll do any last minute prep that I have to for tomorrow. I would love to be a lay my outfit out girly, and some days I am. By this point I'm a little bit burnt out so I'll do important things like charge my camera batteries if I'm filming the next day. Earlier on I might have washed my makeup brushes or something like that, but I am just going to a hair appointment. I'm gonna lay out like a jumpsuit or something like this so that I have my outfit already picked out, and yeah. See, there it is. Ooh, the mind. I am shutting down. Control, Alt, Delete. This is something I also do a lot. I will clap my hands like this to like wake myself up. But I've been around a lot of people with societally acceptable circadian rhythms, and by like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they can barely keep their eyes open. And my thing is, if I keep waking up consecutively early long enough, I will be able to do that. But the minute that I don't wake up early, my body resets to its natural rhythm. So that's how I know that that's the rhythm my body is naturally on. Anyway, without further ado, I think I'm gonna end the video here, y'all. I love you so much. I just wanted to add some context of other things you can do. This is also a time that I would journal, I would do other things. Ooh. But as I said, if you like this video and you want me to do more nighttime routines, I'd love to do it. Honestly, filming myself is a form of accountability. It helps me stay on track as well and keeps me aware of my time. I'll see you in the next video. Peace out, gang, and we will catch you on the other side, hopefully more well-rested. Get some sleep if you can, but if you can't, I can't say anything because it is about to be 3 in the morning. So, I love y'all. Alright, my brain is like, alright girl, it's shutdown time.